Welcome back. Somebody asked me about lower back pain, and I thought this is a subject which every yogi should know about, how to work with their lower back, how to have a program to make steady improvement with your lower back. So let's get into it. So the first stretch I want to mention is the Hamudra Stretch, the greatest stretch ever. And I talk about this in the video called Stretching for Heart Health. And it's basically the forward bend. You can do it to the left leg, you can do it to the right leg, and then you can do it both legs together. And we make that stretch much more dynamic by taking an in-breath and then stretching forward. So usually the yogi breathes out and stretches forward, but we want to make it more internally dynamic. We want to make more internal pressure. And so we breathe in and then stretch forward. Because of that, we have to be much slower, gentler, and patient with ourselves. We have to take it very nice and easy because you don't want to overdo it. Now, as you're doing that forward bend, keep the idea that you're going to curl your head towards your knees. And what that will do, what that does, as you stretch, is it allows the stretch to take place under the leg, up the lower back, into the upper back, and all the way through the neck. So if you will curl continuously, that stretch will go through the entire body. And that's why it's the Mahamudra. Plus the internal stretching that you're already accomplishing by, even if you breathe out and you bend forward, you're still stretching your arteries internally. But we're going to maximize that by breathing in and then stretching forward. Curling the head all the way into the knees will cause the stretch to go all the way up the back and into the neck. The next stretch is the spinal twist, the Matsyendrasana. And it's really, really wonderful. The spinal twist is so amazing. You can pull the leg to the side and then put the other leg over the first leg. Put the elbow here and twist. That's the usual Matsyendrasana posture. But you can simplify it by putting the legs straight out, putting the second leg over the first leg. Put the elbow on the knee, which gives us leverage, and twist, looking all the way backwards as far as possible. That's the spinal twist, and it's really, really amazing. This is the most important thing I want to give you for lower back trouble. I used to get consistent lower back trouble, and this is how I reversed it with the spinal twist. You twist one way, then you twist the other side, and you go back and forth, and you do that every 15 minutes. And your lower back troubles will evaporate. Now you've got to go slow and gentle with yourself. If anything hurts, of course, you've got to stop and take lots of time. Proceed very, very gently. But what I've found that if you will stretch out the quadratus lumborum in the lower back, it works wonders to lower back pain. And so that's possibly the best thing that you can possibly do for yourself, is do the spinal twist on either side, going both ways, every 5 or 15 minutes, and you'll find that your lower back pain begins to go away. It begins to evaporate. Now, a lot of that is taking place because of the psoas. So we ought to do a stretch specifically for the psoas. The psoas is connecting from the lower back through the hip down into the leg. And so it's really the juncture between the upper body and the lower body. And so whenever there's lower back pain, the psoas is always at play. The best thing that we can do for the psoas is sit or lay on the edge of our bed. We want to sit or lay on the edge of our bed and then facing towards our ceiling, right? We want to lay on the bed and face our ceiling and then let one of our legs fall to the side. All right, I'm going to show you that. And that will stretch out the psoas muscle, just letting that leg hang. So that's why a bed might be a little bit better than a couch. You can let the leg hang lower on a bed. And so that will stretch out the psoas. So I'm going to lay down. My face is looking up, and I'm right on the edge of the bed, and I'm going to take one leg, that first leg, and let it hang. And now the psoas internally from inside the leg up into the lower back is getting stretched out. So it's a strange stretch. It's stretching that internally. But it's a wonderful psoas stretch. You can totally relax, read a book, do some chanting in your chakras, whatever you like, for 5 or 10 minutes. Just let it stretch out and then switch and do the other side. You have to get the body on the other edge and let that leg hang as well. All right, now the next thing that I want to show you is a very wonderful and special massage. And what happens is a lot of times the energy gets stuck and it's not flowing through the rest of the body. And so it gets stuck in the lower back and we have lots of lower back pain. And so it's not flowing through, and we need something to clear this area. This is the glute. We don't actually need to clear the glute. We have to go all the way inside where is the piriformis. I used to remember that it's the purest form of the butt. So to really highlight the piriformis, we're going to put the leg in a special position. You lift the leg and pull out the knee just like that, and that's going to actually stretch the piriformis just a little bit deep inside underneath the glute. And then you get your friend and you have them put their elbow right into it and just let them slowly sink into that point, and that will hit deep under the glute, the piriformis. It will release this whole area, and you'll find that all of the back pain will just flow out of the back and down the leg and on its way. And now the body will be flowing perfectly. So they just find the center right here, put the elbow there, and sink into it, and just have them sit there for 5 or 10 minutes on your piriformis like this, and you will be so happy. You'll feel the pain that's in the lower back. You'll feel it wash out of the body wonderfully. That's everything that I wanted to give you. This is a program that I put together for years for myself and for a few of my clients. If you try to treat lower back pain with massage that focuses on your lower back, then you will exacerbate the problem. You won't fix it. So to fix it, you have to go into the piriformis and into the psoas to release the pressure from the lower back. So what I would recommend is you do the Mahamudra every single day. That's the forward bend with the breath in, right? That maximizes a stretch through the whole body, especially the arteries are getting stretched out. And this is going to give you longevity. You're going to live longer and have less propensity to heart attack because you are continuously stretching the internal body, the arteries. There's wonderful studies which are proving this, that stretching every day, it's the most healthy thing you can possibly do for longevity. Now, when you run into trouble with the lower back, do the spinal twisting over and over again and see if that doesn't relieve it. And if you still have a problem, at the end of the day, find your friend, have them put their elbow into your piriformis, do that psoas stretch as well, and you'll find you start to get deep relief from lower back pain. So if you have any trouble, I hope that you don't. If you do have any trouble, I hope you'll try out this program and see what it does. See how quickly it relieves any kind of lower back pain. It's really wonderful. It actually works every time. I've never had it not work. It's for lower back pain specifically. It just always works. So I hope that you love this, and if you do, be sure to hit that bell down below so I can see all of you next time.